Hey everybody, welcome back to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. And we're at the final chapter. This is chapter 9. It's the very end chapter of the game. So we're officially in the end game now. And we're gonna be back in court, but first we're gonna wrap up a little bit. Luke and Layton were investigating the Storyteller's Tower. Okay, so this is the recap. Okay, so we solved that crazy tower up in the bell tower, and guess who we found? Give up? It was Kira! Now, I'm no Professor Layton, but if she was there during the whole incident, then she's gotta have some connection, right? That's why me and Nick investigated the scene of the crime from top to bottom. Court is now once again in session. However, I must say, I'm quite surprised at this recent turn of events. To see Miss Kira at the witness stand once again, frankly, I cannot believe my eyes. She's supposed to be dead. Yeah, that's kind of surprising. You were most certainly sent to the flames as a witch. That's right, I was there, I saw it, she most certainly was. Then how is she still alive? Is it because she's a witch? Can witches not die? No, she must have used a demir and vanished just in time. Oh, I say send her straight to the fire. We'll have to do it ourselves if we have to. Enough. A witch must be in possession of a talia magica in order to use magic. I hate to disappoint you all, but do you see such a thing on her person? I think not. But she must have. That girl must have used demir. Surely you can see that, High Inquisitor. Demir is a spell able to make someone disappear from sight. It cannot make someone vanish entirely. And besides, an investigation conducted by the Knights of the Inquisition has concluded that this girl is not capable of using magic. Listen well, Miss Kira. Your existence alone jeopardizes the very peace of Labyrinthia. Yet, given this current situation, it is now imperative that you testify to this court regarding what you saw, immediately!
Objection!
That will not be necessary. What? This girl has already been convicted and tried as a witch in a previous trial. What good would come of her testimony?
Objection!
But she was found hiding at the crime scene. I'd say that makes her a very important witness, a witness whose testimony we cannot choose to ignore. High Inquisitor Darklaw, I'm afraid your objection is overruled. You wish to proceed then? Very well. Let us see just how much of her story this girl is willing to tell the court, shall we? There's no doubt about it. Miss Kira must have escaped through the passage leading under the Chamber of Fire. Although, from the looks of it, the judge doesn't have a clue that that escape route even exists. Wish she'd hurry up and get the hint. I'm dying to take this helmet off already. The top of my head really itches. Sorry, Maya. Take that thing off now and we're as good as done. Just hang in there a little while longer. Ah. Very well. Witness, you may begin your testimony. Explain to the court how you are standing here in court today, and why you are hiding at the crime scene. I'm not familiar with this Kira you keep talking about. I came from the Eldritch Woods. I came to this town to summon forth the fire dragon and kill the storyteller. As it rained, I waited near the bell tower next to the vigilantes for my chance. I was only there to carry out my orders. I don't know anything else outside of that. You came here to kill the storyteller? Yes, that was my task.
Objection!
Keep in mind, this girl was not the one who summoned the fire dragon in the end. That was the accused. As I warned you earlier, there's nothing to be gained from this witch's testimony.
Objection!
Now hold on, she was still present at the scene of the crime with the intent to murder the storyteller. The defense insists we be permitted to continue with our cross-examination on those grounds. Darklaw is really trying to weasel her way out of this cross-examination. That means there has to be something there. I must admit, I too am extremely interested in hearing what this witness has to say. Defender, you may begin your interrogation. Oops. I went too far. Doesn't look like there's much to work with. Magical zombie. This Kira's way different than the old Kira. It looks like she doesn't remember a thing. She's almost a different person entirely. But what if that's just it, man? What if the Kira right now is the real Kira and the old Kira wasn't? The real Kira, huh? Yeah, and that's why I think I'm bound to find something useful in the testimony. We could do this, Nick. I hope you're ready to slam on some desks because we're gonna do some serious pressing here.
Hold it!
Miss Kira, who exactly gave you your orders? That's a good question. I cannot say. And why is that? I am not to disclose the identity of the one who has given me my orders. That is, in itself, an order. How convenient. How am I supposed to carry out my orders? Or I am only supposed to carry out my orders, nothing more. I do not know anything else, and besides, there's nothing more that I can really do. Nothing more she can do. But hold on a minute. Surely you're capable of using magic. You are a witch, are you not? I am not a witch. I am you. What did you just say? I cannot use magic. She can't use magic? This girl is a witch. Every person in this courtroom knows that, as a matter of fact. There can be nary a doubt. We already went through this. Okay.
Hold it!
Hold it right there, Miss Kira. You snuck right past the vigilantes? Yes, that's right. To carry out my orders. The girl is a witch. Therefore, something as simple as vanishing from sight is child's play. Isn't that right, witness? Yes, that is correct. Aha! I remember now. Just a few days ago, this girl used that very vanishing spell. Demir, if her memory serves. Well, what are you gawking at, witness? Continue with the testimony. What was that just now? I could have sworn I just saw Kira's face turn even paler than normal. Wait a second. There's something just not right with this testimony. It's just a hunch, but what should I do? Miss Kira, I have one simple question for you. You stated earlier in your testimony that you snuck right past the vigilantes guarding the bell tower and went right inside. Tell me, did you use the spell Demir to get by them? Well, that must certainly be the case. Had she not, she would have surely been spotted.
Objection!
But remember what she let slip just a moment or two ago. She denied being a witch, and she stated that she cannot use magic. Ah! Therefore, if that's true, then you, Miss Kira, would not have been able to use Demir at all.
Objection!
What a ridiculous argument. How else would this girl have been able to walk right into the bell tower unnoticed by the gods? Explain that.
Objection!
I have a better idea. How about we have the witness herself explain it to you? What do you say, Miss Kira? I am not a witch. And I cannot use magic. So then, exactly how were you able to ascend the bell tower without being noticed? Witness, amend your testimony this instant. Okay. What's going on? There's got to be another way she got into the bell tower unseen. But other than magic, I have no idea what it could be. Robe of invisibility. Like this robe?
Objection!
There was, in fact, a robe dropped at the scene of the crime. A robe? Miss Kira, that robe of invisibility that you mentioned earlier wouldn't happen to be the one right here, would it?
Objection!
How ludicrous! Are you trying to tell the court that is the robe of invisibility? It's clearly visible! If it really is a robe of invisibility, then how is it that we can see it right now, dirty white spots and all? Oh, well, she's got a point there. Oh, hey, what if the robe actually disappears when you wear it? Give it here, Nick. Watch and wonder as Maya the Magnificent disappears before your very eyes. So, are you amazed yet? Yeah, I'm amazed at how totally ridiculous you look. Hey, what gives? This thing must be busted or something. I didn't disappear at all. Well, that's not it. No. Tonight, at the bell tower, I was wearing that robe. What did you say? Order, I said order. But how is that possible? The robe did not disappear at all just now. That's because of the white powder on it. It's usually not that dirty. Oh, you mean these spots here? Please don't tell me. Oh yeah, Patty totally unloaded an entire bag of flour on those nights, remember? Not to mention it was still raining when we were up there. The flour must have gotten nice and wet, so it stained the robe. Say, what if we try washing the flour off? Ah! There's a small water fountain at the edge of the square. Head there right now and wash this robe so we can get to the bottom of this. Quickly now. Alright, this shouldn't be too hard. Take notes, Nick. This is how you do the laundry. See, all you have to do is throw the robe into the water, like so. The robe. Wait, what? So, do you see anything, Maya? That's just it. I don't see a thing. It disappeared! What? I frantically took a close look at the water in the fountain. But the robe had actually vanished without a trace, right there inside the fountain. Smooth move. Defender. What is the meaning of this? How could you have lost such a vital piece of evidence? Your Honor, it wasn't on purpose. Trust me, I wish I knew how it happened. Can't believe it. The robe actually disappeared from sight. I don't quite know what you're talking about. I can still see the robe just fine. Huh? Look, it's right here, see? No, Miss Kira, I really don't see, because there's nothing to see. So, is that how it works? Putting the robe on makes you disappear completely from sight? But from the looks of it, only Kira is able to actually see the robe itself. It is not just me. It's all inhabitants of the Eldritch Woods. All of us can see the robe. The Eldritch Woods. Our village lies deep within the recesses of the forest, in a world much different from this one. That's where I live. As long as we obey the law of the land, we are allowed to live there. I knew it. There's definitely something different about Kira compared to the rest of the townspeople here. For the time being, seeing as only the witness can see the robe, we will cover it in flour again for the sake of visibility. But there's still one tiny thing bothering me. Miss Kira, your robe was found in the middle of the floor of the bell tower, the same floor where we found my client. However, you were hiding on the uppermost level of the bell tower. You testified a little while ago that you dropped your robe, but I have to wonder, what exactly were you doing there on that top floor? It would seem there is much we must ask this witness. What say you, High Inquisitor Darklaw? 'Tis the Inquisition's duty to follow my lord's decision on such matters. I have no objections. Very well. Witness, you are hereby ordered to continue with your testimony. Tell us what happened between your sneaking up to the top floor of the bell tower and tonight's most terrible crime. Yes, okay. I was waiting on the middle floor of the tower. I'd started to turn around, but it was too late. They attacked me from behind. There was nothing I can do. My arm was restrained, and the attacker covered my mouth. As I struggled to get away, I think I managed to pull something off my attacker. That's when I lost consciousness. I woke up to find myself next to the bell on the top floor of the tower. Witness, you are saying someone attacked you while you were in the bell tower? Yes, that is correct. But who? I don't know. They attacked me from behind, so I couldn't see who it was. So you were unconscious the entire time after that? That's why I was unable to complete my mission. But even if I hadn't been unconscious, I wouldn't have done anything. Trapped high up in the belfry like that, couldn't have done anything. I wonder if that weird contraption we found there was used to move Kira up to the belfry. At least I can't see any other way she could have gotten up there. You heard the witness. She was locked up in the belfry of the tower. In other words, she couldn't have had anything to do with tonight's events. Therefore, there is no need for this utterly useless interrogation.
Objection!
Not so fast. The witness also testified that someone attacked her tonight. Defender, are you implying that the attacker could have been Bezella? I cannot say for certain, Your Honor. Regardless, the defense requests that we be allowed to cross-examine this witness. Request granted. Now then, Defender, you may begin your interrogation. And here's where the fun begins. Let's see if we can coax this mysterious second witch out of hiding.
Objection!
Miss Kira, you stated that you felt yourself snap something off of your attacker. Would that thing, by any chance, be this right here? Oh. Well, that's it. I recognize the shape. That was the object that I grabbed. What did you say? But that's the accused pendant, is it not? Not quite, Your Honor. There are actually two pendants like this. The one you see here is the counterpart to Mr. Cantabella's pendant. Now that you mention it, I remember. The necklace was actually very tough, and it didn't really rip off quite too easily. So I struggled against it, tugging and pulling it for a bit, and I must have scratched their neck in the process. Wait a second. You mean you scratched your attacker's neck? I think so, but I don't know for sure. Nick, in that case. That means the dark stuff on the necklace could be... Yeah, it could be the attacker's blood. As the court can clearly see, there are still traces of blood left on the necklace itself. However, take one good look at my client and you'll notice there are no visible scars or cuts of any kind around her neck. Ergo, there's no way Miss Cantabella could have been Miss Kira's attacker.
Objection!
Nice try, Defender, but I must stop you there. Huh? Have you already forgotten what I told you? The Great Witch can use any spell in existence. She could have easily healed any such wound in the blink of an eye. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I already miss Inquisitor Barnum. Man, we really can't catch a break on this one, huh, Nick? Let us resume the interrogation. Witness, continue with your testimony.
Objection!
Miss Kira, there's something a little strange about your testimony just now, wouldn't you say? Huh? You stated that you were attacked from behind and the attacker grabbed you by the wrist, correct? Yes, that's right. Assuming that was, in fact, the case, then I'd say no matter how much you struggled, there's no way you would have been able to yank off this pendant, don't you think? The strap on this pendant is too short. There's no way you could have reached behind you and managed to pull it off. That is a good point. Miss Kira, the only way you would have been able to yank this pendant off your attacker is if they were standing directly in front of you. Order, order, I say. Witness, is this true?
Objection!
The witness was a victim of a physical attack. It is only natural that she be a bit confused on some of the details.
Objection!
High Inquisitor, I wouldn't exactly call mistaking the location of your attacker being a bit confused. I call it more of a bare-faced lie. Well now, Defender, I see you were as pathetically short-sighted as ever. Your argument is only valid assuming that this girl here actually saw her attacker. If she was not able to see this person, well, I'd say it makes no difference where they were standing. Then that means the attacker was also wearing one of the robes? That is impossible, my lord, as the witness already stated earlier. Only residents of the Weldritch Woods are able to see those robes. In short, the attacker must have been a witch and must have disappeared from sight with the use of magic. You must mean the Great Witch Bezella. There is one more thing proving the attacker to be a witch. And just what might that be? The witness has stated that she has lost consciousness. If you take a look at the Grand Grimoire, you will notice a spell called Feign Fall. Witness, allow me to ask you, did you hear the incantation of this spell? Now that you mention it, I do remember hearing something like that. Say what? Ah, here it is. Feign Fall causes all those who hear the incantation to lose all consciousness. We must not forget the Great Witch can use any and all magic at will. Witness, amend your testimony to reflect this important piece of information. Yes, right away. Oh boy, can't believe she managed to get out of that one. But still, I'm not about to give up just yet. I'll keep on going until we finally get to the bottom of who this attacker really is. Now then, let us continue with the interrogation. Instant sleep spell causes those who hear the incantation to lose all consciousness. The effect takes hold the second the incantation is heard.
Objection!
Miss Kira, I have watched you at that witness stand the entire trial, desperately trying to keep something hidden from the rest of the court. I wonder if you're familiar with the saying, a lie begets more lies. It means multiple lies are bound to unravel and leave your story with more holes than Swiss cheese. Get to the point, Defender. According to the Grand Grimoire, Feign Fall causes a person to lose all consciousness. It's written here in black and white. Its effect takes hold the second the incantation is heard. Miss Kira, you testified as follows. You heard the incantation for Fameful and immediately became aware of the presence of your attacker. You then put up a fight. But, if you really did hear that incantation, there's no way you would have been able to yank that pendant away from your assailant. Order! What is the meaning of this? The meaning is that Miss Kira didn't actually hear the incantation like she claims she did. But then, why? Why on earth is this girl unconscious? Kira was definitely knocked out by whoever attacked her. And when she woke up, she found herself on the top floor of the bell tower. It's possible Miss Kira was rendered unconscious by something other than magic. The answer here is obvious. Something other than magic must have knocked her out.
Objection!
And what, may I ask, makes you so certain of that? Is it not possible that another spell could have been used?
Objection!
That's just not possible. You, of all people, should know that. What? Miss Kira's claim that she heard someone say the incantation is completely false. Even so, that wouldn't be too much of a problem if she had actually heard an incantation. That's right. However, going by her testimony, that can't have been the case. The only spell capable of making someone lose consciousness is Fameful. Isn't that right, High Inquisitor Darklaw? Defender, are you claiming there was another way besides magic that could have been used to render Miss Kira unconscious? You know, there's only one other thing that crossed my mind. I'm speaking, of course, about sleeping medicine. Sleeping medicine? If you remember, Miss Kira stated that the attacker covered her mouth before she could scream. In doing that, the attacker was able to administer a potent sleep medicine, thus putting Miss Kira out like a light. Indeed. That does make sense. Therefore, Your Honor, the attacker did not necessarily have to be Bezello. I mean, why would an all-powerful being capable of commanding any and all magic need to resort to drugging someone?
Objection!
Hold it right there, Defender. They managed to sneak past the guards and make their way up to the guard tower. The bell tower. Clearly, they must have used magic to appear invisible.
Objection!
You don't need magic to make yourself disappear, High Inquisitor. Throw this on, and getting past those guards at the tower is a piece of cake? The robe of invisibility. But, despite all that, there's still one glaring problem. Miss Kira. Yes? You admitted to the court earlier that you were attacked from the front, correct? If that's the case, then there's only one possible conclusion we can draw. You, Miss Kira, were entirely capable of seeing your attacker's face. Well, why is that? I didn't... It's simple. You even said it yourself. The only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see this robe. That means, Miss Kira, there's a piece of the puzzle only you could possibly know. One, only you can tell us the identity of the person who entered the bell tower and attacked you tonight. I can't tell you. No matter what happens, I just can't tell you, no matter what. You see, everyone, this witness has been covering up for someone from the very start of the trial. What? But luckily for us, you won't be needing any more of Miss Kira's testimony. Because an answer is staring us right in the face. I'm speaking of course, the true identity of Miss Kira's attacker. The clues so far point to this one person. Defender. I take it you are prepared to prove such a serious accusation? I am. Alright, looks like it all comes down to this. Now we'll finally see who's been pulling the strings this whole time. Very well, Defender. Tell the court. Who was the one responsible for attacking the witness and locking her up on the top floor of the bell tower?
Take that!
You did. answer is obvious, Your Honor. It was you! High Inquisitor Darklaw! What? What? Order in the court! Inconceivable! There's no way! I must say, Defender, your courage is impressive. However reckless you may be, accusing a High Inquisitor is no small feat, I assure you. However, with serious accusations come serious consequences. One small misstep, and I will personally see that you never set foot in this courtroom ever again. Mark my words, Defender. I understand. How confident. Let us see if that confidence of yours is well justified. Miss Kira's attacker drugged her with sleep medicine. It likely took no more than a few seconds for her to lose consciousness. The medicine must have been very potent. True. After all, effects appear somewhat similar to magic. There's only one person I can think of in all of Labyrinthia. Oh, excuse me. There's only one person I can think of in all of Labyrinthia who could supply you with that kind of medicine. Sir Newton Belduke.
Objection!
Defender, are you aware that Sir Belduke has been deceased for over 3 months now, are you not? That is a fact I am well aware of, believe me. While he was still alive, Sir Belduke provided the citizens of this town with a variety of medicines for whatever ailed them. And it wasn't all just medicine. He also created some very dangerous concoctions. That's why, after he passed away, all of his medicines and creations were confiscated. Confiscated? Inquisitor Barnum said as much in the last witch trial. Yeah, they got confiscated. We get it.
Objection!
So, because I have access to the medicine must mean that I was the one who used it. Is that what you're getting at, Defender? That's right. Unfortunately for you, I would hardly call that proof. You said it yourself. Sir Belduke concocted a plethora of dangerous medicines in his efforts to assist the people of the town. He was well known for this fact, a fact that he no doubt was none too pleased with. As such, it is highly likely that those same dangerous substances are now still scattered throughout the town. And therefore, Defender, it is entirely possible that the culprit was able to get their hands on such dangerous medicine. Indeed. Long has Sir Belduke medicine played an active part of maintaining the health of his town's citizens. This town runs on Belduke. There's plenty of reason to believe some more dangerous medicines still remain within Labyrinthia. A piece of advice, Defender. Next time you speak in court, I recommend you try procuring some real evidence before spouting such idiotic accusations. If you fail to do so, your next words will be uttered to the flames. Figures. I knew she wouldn't take that argument sitting down. Both High Inquisitor Darklaw and Inquisitor Barnum are the very harbingers of justice within Labyrinthia. Raising such an accusation against either of them without valid reason will result in the most severe of punishments. What does he mean by the most severe of punishments? I think the judge is saying that if we don't start making a case, we're going to be paying Sir Belduke a visit real soon. I need to present some decisive evidence. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do just that. High Inquisitor Darklaw is the attacker, and the one thing that proves it is Darklaw herself. The defense believes there is one clue here linking High Inquisitor Darklaw to the crime. High Inquisitor. That clue is actually still on you right now. On me? I must admit, I do not know where you're going with this, Defender, but please point out this clue to the court. Show us this clue, supposedly still on the High Inquisitor's person.
Got it!
The High Inquisitor's neck. You don't mean... Miss Kira yanked this pendant off of her attacker's neck. Take a look at the necklace. It still has a bit of blood left on it. According to her earlier testimony, when Miss Kira pulled at the necklace, she supposedly felt herself scratch the attacker's neck. Is that correct, Miss Kira? Yes. Therefore, the attacker should still have a mark on their neck from having been scratched. Oh. Would you mind letting the court take a look at your neck, High Inquisitor Darklaw? I'm pretty sure that underneath that high collar we'll find exactly the mark we're looking for. Unless, of course, you were able to get rid of it with magic. Huh. Most impressive. What? I have to say, Defender, you've managed to finally hone that dull blade of yours into something of use. You are correct. There is, in fact, a mark on my neck that I did receive tonight. Whoa! What? Lady Darklaw, what is the meaning of this? Does that mean Lady Darklaw is the Great Witch? Your Honor. Oh, yes, you're still, I see you're still here, Defender. Your Honor, I know you're shocked and everything, but come on, work with me here. Your Honor, the defense would like to call High Inquisitor Darklaw to the witness stand. Ooh, what did you just say? It's quite clear that the High Inquisitor has some connection to what has transpired tonight. And what's more, there's a chance that she used her position of authority as High Inquisitor to frame my client as the Great Witch. But never in all my years as judge of this court has an Inquisitor been asked to take the stand in the middle of a trial. Well, we're gonna have to make some history here if we're finally gonna find the truth, Your Honor. Even so, this trial cannot continue any further without an Inquisitor. Hey, in that case, how about you get Inquisitor Barnum? Inquisitor Barnum remains incarcerated in the underground dungeons for the crime of treason against the storyteller. I don't think he will be able to make it to this little party. No way! Most regrettable, Defender. This whole thing is hopeless, unless High Inquisitor Darklaw takes to the witness stand. The Speller will be done for, and the truth along with her. But on the other hand, without an Inquisitor on the other side, the trial can't continue, and the outcome would end up the same. What should I do?
Hold it!
Professor!
I believe I can fill that role.
Professor, wait, what are you saying?
I can prove, conclusively, that Espella Cantabella is, in fact, the Great Witch Bazella.
You fiend!
Now, Mr. Wright, the time has come at last to settle this once and for all.
I think he's just playing devil's advocate.
We'd been waiting for the professor to show up. If there was anyone who could find some decisive evidence to win this thing, it was him. However, he ended up standing behind the Inquisitor's bench. The professor wasn't on our side here. I had to wonder what the heck was going to happen.
Well, it finally lived up to its title. Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton are gonna go at it head-to-head in court. Be sure to catch the exciting courtroom drama next time. We will have more of this next week, the same day, on Sunday. So, yeah, hope you enjoy, and we're getting to the end of this. We're probably, I would say, maybe 3, 4 at the most left. There's actually some special episode things, too. If you want to watch that, I could do those, too. Probably mostly comedy, little skit things. So, yeah, hope everyone's enjoying. We're getting to the end. I'm getting excited, and hope everyone else is, too. And we'll catch you next time. Later.